Manchester United just killed Barcelona's cheapest option to keep Rashford, and now everything has changed. The 30 million purchase clause has expired. United will not loan him again, and Bayern Munich and Aston Villa are now circling. Barcelona's Rashford situation just got 10 times more complicated overnight. But today we also have a full breakdown of how every Barcelona player performed at the World Cup last night. Plus there is a very interesting Jan Virgili situation developing that could actually bring great business for Barcelona. Everything today, so let's get straight into it. We start with the World Cup because last night was a big night for Barcelona players. Spain faced Cape Verde in their Group H opener and it ended 0-0. Not the result anyone wanted, but from a Barcelona perspective, there were some real individual stories worth talking about. Pedri was the standout of the entire Barcelona canteen. He made 5 key passes, created 1 big chance, recorded 1.23 expected assists, and completed 86 of his 98 passes. It was a proper controller performance, the kind of display that reminds you why Barcelona built their entire midfield around this man. The problem with Spain for was everything he created. Pedri did his job, the others did not do theirs. Ferran Torres had the complete opposite kind of night. 81 minutes, 4 shots, 0.89 xG. Missed 1 big chance and hit the woodwork. The movement was there, but the finishing was not. Playing him as a right-sided touchline winger did not help him at all. De La Fuente needs to figure out how to use Ferran Torres properly, while Lamine Yamal is still working his way back to full fitness. Gavi worked hard in a more advanced role before being replaced by Lamine Yamal in the 71 minutes. His energy and pressing give Spain aggression, but the overall performance was a letdown. The game showed that Gavi is not nurturing the kind of winger who can break down a deep defensive block on his own. Cubarsi had the quiet night of the starters, and for a center back, that is not a bad thing. Spain gave up almost nothing, and the teenager again looked completely comfortable. Most of his work came through positioning and ball circulation rather than last-ditch defending. Exactly what you want from at 17 years old. And then there was the moment everyone was waiting for. Lamine Yamal coming on in the final 20 minutes. The stadium bounced. The ball found him like a magnet. He sped things up for Spain and created some urgency. But the magic that he produces week in week out for Barcelona and was not quite there. And honestly, that's fine. He's still recovering. The fact he played at all in a position, but Barcelona needs him at 100%, and the sooner he gets there, the better. Dani Olmo came on late, but had neither the time or the space to change the game. And finally, a small but important moment. Hamza Abdelkarim came on for Egypt against Belgium in the 76th minute, replacing Mo Salah, the 18-year-old Barcelona forward, making his World Cup debut a composite performance, a willing runner, a box presence. This kid has attributed that could genuinely benefit flex Barcelona in the coming season. Now Rashford, and this situation has taken a significant turn for the worse for Barcelona. The 30 million euros purchase option that was included in his original loan agreement has now expired, and Manchester United have made their position very clear. They will not sanction another loan. Not interested, United wants a permanent sale this summer that generates a significant transfer fee. That completely changes the equation for Barcelona. Rashford himself remains open to stay at Barcelona and wants to continue his career at the club. But wanting something and making it happen are two very different things right now, and the situation gets even more complicated when you look at who is interested. Bayern Munich are monitoring closely, Aston Villa wants him back after his impressive spell there. Every club that enters this race strengthens United's negotiation position and positioning push furtherly higher. For Barcelona, who have already spent on Gordon and are working on other targets, this is the last thing they needed. And finally, Jan Virgili, and this is actually an interesting one. Mallorca were regulated and that triggered a drop in Jan Virgili release clause from 30 million euros all the way down to 12 million euros. Barcelona already own 40% of his rights. That means acquiring the remaining 60% would cost around just 7.2 million euros for a 19 years old winger who can play on either side and has developing well. This is a genuinely attractive opportunity. Bringing him back as a squad player to cover Lamine Yamal across multi-competitions, especially if Barca leaves. Bring him back and sell him for a profit given his current market value is estimated at around 15 million euros. Bringing him back and immediately loan him out to a top-5 club to continue his development, or reach an agreement with Real Betis given the strong relationship between the two clubs. The final decision depends entirely on how Flick views the squad needs ahead of the next season. If he sets an immediate rule for Virginie, he comes back. If not, Barcelona will look to maximize his value another way. That's your Barcelona update for today. Make sure you like and subscribe so you never miss any Barcelona update. See you in the next one.